Hello everyone. So today we will be commentating a Soft 36 example run of Sonic 3 Air as Sonic and the Tails beat the game with glitches. That is essentially the category, beat the game glitched as Sonic and the Tails. Um, in this run, we did not use the risky barrel clip setup or loop clip. And besides that, we also didn't use a trick called frame perfect reset, or FPR for short, that saves over 2 minutes over what we did. And Flying Battery 1 was also really bad too. So we essentially we start off by doing a peel out, and then we roll here. We don't need to roll, but it basically makes it a little easier for me personally to roll there. Though you can do the jump just doing a peel out and holding right until you get to the slope, and then you wanna jump and hopefully make it all the way up with a good angle. But unfortunately, we didn't get a good angle, so we had to bounce off this enemy. So once you land here, you wanna do a drop dash. Then there is another way to do it by so essentially after getting those speed shoes, I hold right and do a full jump in order to hit an upcoming spring. There's another way to hit it by doing a spin dash and slowing down to hit the spring, but this is the way I do it. So I hit the spring, I jump after getting 3 rings, then I roll here. Usually, most people get the fire shield, but personally, I don't like to do it with the fire shield, so essentially I roll, and once I'm about here, I jump, then I make sure to not be going too fast in order to land on this specific platform. Then I slow down again in order to land on this platform and be able to jump off it. And then I do the rest like this. I do a loop jump here, another loop jump here, and well, yeah, it doesn't matter what you do on this part because you still do everything at about the same speed anyway. You have to wait for the little minibus to just go away. So now we go up here. I charge a spin dash. I release it too early, so I have to do another one. And then I jump here, start a drop dash, and then once I release it, I jump, then jump here, grab onto this, then jump off this thing, but do a drop dash after jumping off the little thing that you grab. And then you basically do this platforming here. And then we're gonna stand here. You see the spot on the background where you can see the fire on the right edge. Essentially, you want to be to the right of that bind that is to Sonic's left by a significant amount. You want to be on that spot on the background where you can see the fire, and then you wanna beat the boss with the instant shield, like that. And that is Angel Island 1. So we start off by doing a peel out and then rolling. Then here you jump after you basically make it past the left edge of the second breakable platform. And there's 2 ways to do this. If you don't have the bubble shield, you can do what I do, which is a full jump and then a drop dash once you land. Or if you have the bubble shield, you wanna do a shorter jump land and then do a spin dash and hold it until Sonic starts falling, and then you can release down in order to immediately do a spin dash as soon as you land. But regardless, you wanna do a jump after releasing the drop dash or the spin dash depending on how you're doing it, and then you wanna do another one, then jump, make it up here, and personally I do a drop dash and then I do a peel out. I'm even mistaking the peel out for the drop dash now. But anyway, you wanna do a peel out and then roll. At least that's the way I do it in order to get max speed. Then I hold right and I land here, and once I make it, one Sonic is aligned with the tree, with the palm tree that is currently 2 Sonics left. Once Sonic is aligned with it, you can jump, slow down a little bit, and that should ensure that you land here. And then from there you can jump, land here, and then jump again. Then you can jump off this little slope and make it up here, and do a spin dash. And if you jump here, you don't always get a jump, but you can get a lucky jump. But regardless of whether or not you get it, you wanna do a bubble bounce around here once you're about aligned to the left edge of this breakable platform. You wanna essentially land there when you use the bubble shield. And you don't wanna be too far left when you use the bubble shield or you won't make it up. So I do a spin dash, then jump, hit the switch with the bubble shield, and then go to the left. Then slow down there, I do a spin dash, jump, land here with not too much momentum in order to not hit that wall to the right of the checkpoint. Since we don't have control lock, the momentum isn't something to worry about, but if you do have control lock, you can easily hit this wall if you're going too fast. So be careful with that. So you jump up here, and once you're past these 3 rings, you wanna do a bubble bounce and then hold the jump button. And once the bridge opens up, you wanna do another bubble bounce while again remembering to hold the jump button. Then you make it up here, jump, use the lightning shield, do all of this, then do a 6 tap, do 2 loop jumps. You don't have to do the 2 loop jumps, but it is recommended that you at least do the second one in order to hopefully get a jump off that little ramp. And unfortunately we didn't get the jump, but if you get a lucky angle, you can make it pretty far up and then skip having to climb up with the springs here. If you jump off the ramp and get a lucky angle, you don't even have to take these springs to make it up. So that saves time. So you make it up, do a 6 step, jump, use the lightning to land here, then jump, land here and do a spin dash. And once you're coming out of the tube, start holding right. And now we wanna make sure to not get hit in order to keep the lightning shield. So although we don't need Tails assist, but we still use it anyway just to make sure that we don't get hit. So we jump off Tails once the missile stop landing, and then essentially what I did there to charge a fuel out is I slowed down for a little bit, then quickly held right and then did a fuel out after releasing right. Like that, like in quick succession. So you wanna make sure to sort of like hold right for a decent bit before releasing it and doing the peel out. And then once you hear Robotnik's machine 12 times, you wanna release the peel out. Like that. And now you wanna essentially go all the way to the far right edge of the boss arena, and then you wanna face left and do a 6-step, and then once you were on the left edge, you jump with a full jump, and that should set you up for bouncing on the boss. And just to make sure you don't get hit by the boss, a good safety measure is to be going right while bouncing on the boss, which usually makes sure you don't get hit. So then we get a quick snipe on the capsule with the lightning tool, though we missed it, so we had to go for it again. And then we beat the stage. And since this is Act 2, as soon as the score reaches 0, both the time bonus and the rank bonus, as soon as both of them reach 0, you wanna quickly pause and then exit the game. And then quickly start mashing the start button afterwards in order to quickly go to Act 2 and skip the cutscene. And that saves time, essentially. So we go left, then as soon as we land we use Tails Assist. And we wanna jump and do a fuel out, no, a drop dash. I'm sort of mistaking the terms. You wanna do a drop dash as soon as you land here, and then jump off the slope, though we jumped off it a little late. So we basically got bad momentum going up the slope due to jumping too late. So we hit these springs, then it is preferable to do a peel out there, but since I was desperate for saving time due to the time loss at the beginning, I decided to go for a 6-step, which is a bad decision, but thankfully it worked out. So I did a 6-step instead of a peel out, which you should not do. And then I jumped, landed there with a drop dash. You can see that I barely made it with a 6-step. You should do that with a peel out. So I get here, and then as the platform is breaking, I jump and then I don't jump in this case, but you can also jump and charge a drop dash while facing left to hit the spring. But in this case, we just did this by heading left as we fall instead of jumping. So you roll, then hit the spring, and once you're here, sort of aligned with the top of the bridge, or past it actually, if you wanna hold left the whole way through. You wanna be past this bridge if you wanna hold left the whole way through. But anyway, you wanna start heading left, and then roll once you land. And then jump off that ramp, slow down on the middle of this slope, and then do a 6-step. And if you hit the spring anywhere in between 25 seconds and a half and 27 seconds and a half in-game time, you can just hold right. And then you can land on this platform on the right. So you can essentially piano roll to jump off that platform and make it up here. And then you can do a 6-step jump off this ramp. Use the lightning shoots to make it up here and then roll. And then, if you're not going too fast, you'll get grabbed here. So roll again, and don't hold right the whole way through after rolling. So wait a little bit before holding right while in mid-air. So like, don't hold right the whole way through or you'll get stopped. Like on this specific part, you don't wanna be holding right as soon as you roll. You wanna wait a little bit, as you can see. Not immediately after you start going mid-air. You wanna wait a little bit and then hold right. So we make it to the bathroom, slow down, and do 6 piano rolls while spin dashing. And then we head right once we release the spin dash in order to hit the boss once without getting hit as well. And then once we land, we do a 6-step jump off the wall, then use the insta-shield to head to the bus, then we face left, we drop dash, then we do the same thing and then the same thing, and we get 4 hits that way. So then we do a 6-step to hit the bus, and then we land there. It is preferable that you wait for the bus to go down while charging a spin dash. So it is preferable that you wait for the bus to be here where it is, while you're on the right hand side of the bus arena, charging a spin dash facing left, so that you can release it to jump, use the insta shield, bounce off the bus, and then use the insta shield again to beat the bus. At about the same position that we did here, but a different and safer way. And if the signpost doesn't land in the middle, then usually the rank boxes won't actually spawn. Like if you beat the bus on any of the areas, then the rank boxes won't spawn at all. Usually if they spawn in the middle, they do spawn. Like if the signpost spawns in the middle, the rank boxes spawn. So you should avoid that. So we beat Act 1, and then after the total thing goes away, and we see the Sonic 3-Air logo at the top. As soon as we see the Sonic 3-Air logo at the top, after beating Act 1, you wanna quickly restart checkpoint. And then you wanna start off with a spin dash. You don't wanna do too fast. You don't wanna do a fast spin dash. You wanna do an intentionally slow spin dash, but not a one-tap either. In order to not overshoot this checkpoint, so that you can restart checkpoint here. So hold right until you're about aligned with the third ring. And then wait until Sonic and Tails are standing still, and then do a jump, sort of like a medium jump, so not a high or a low jump either. And then once Sonic and Tails are aligned, you wanna use Tails assist. And hopefully you should clip in. So you hold left, roll, go up here, do a 6-step, jump in order to land on this thing, then roll, and here's this bridge, so you wanna be decently past the bridge before jumping, and then you wanna slow down a little bit once you're about here. And then bounce off this enemy with the insta-shield. Then charge a drop dash, and once you get to the bubble shield, jump. Then roll, jump off this ramp, hit the spring. And now once you're here, you wanna bunk against this wall, do a pull out, and then immediately roll. And if you just do that, you will clip in almost every time. If you make sure that you have a well-charged pull out and then you roll, you literally just clip in every time, so long as you don't hold anything else while rolling. So you face left, do a spin dash jump after getting the rings here. Then land here, do a quick spin dash. And if you do this all quickly at about the same speed I did, you can just hold right. And make this cycle almost every time unless you go too fast. So you do a 6-step, then land here, do a spin dash, and then release down once Sonic starts falling, and then hold right, and then break these two things as soon as you get on them. And now do Tails assist, and hold up. Now hit the bus twice. If you hear the bus getting hit for a second time, that is your cue to jump off Tails and then start holding down after you jump. And that should hopefully allow you to just bounce off the bus, like this. Then we do a spin dash and then jump and bounce on the capsule like this, which is kind of swag and is also faster. And that is it. That is Act 2. So we do the same thing here with menuing to skip the Act 2 cutscene. You start off Marble Garden by just rolling, and then once you're here, you face left, do a spin dash, and then jump. And if you can get a drop dash off this little platform. It isn't necessary, but it does save a little bit of time, so it is recommended. So then you land here, roll, jump, and then roll and jump almost as soon as you get on the slope. And then hold right while jumping and then use the lightning shield once you're about here. And that should hopefully get you all the way up here. So you do a 6-step, then jump off the slope, do another 6-step, jump off this wall, make it up here. That was kind of slow, but we still made it up there, despite having to wait for these spikes on the right. Those little spiked crushers. So you do a 6-step, jump off this ramp to make it up here, then make it up here, make it up here, do a 6-step. Do a spin dash as you're falling. If you don't land here, you can just get on the left edge of the spinner and do a spin dash without it having to be a falling spin dash necessarily, and that works too. You don't have to restart Act or go all the way up there again. You can just get on the left edge of the spinner and do a 6-step, or any spin dash really, and then slow down, get on this slope, on this little platform, and then just go neutral. Then once you land, get to the speed shoes and then go right. Sort of like copy this platforming, and once you're on the left side of this little thing, then jump. Then jump, use the fire shield, roll. Then jump and make sure to only break the pillar at the top. And then make it to the left edge as Sonic sort of like moving his hands like this. If Sonic is moving his hands like this while you're on the left edge, this is a good position. So you wanna wait for Tails to land and then face right, do a spin dash, and once Tails does a spin dash, then release the spin dash. And then once Tails breaks the pillar, as Sonic is on it, you will get slope glitch. And this tutorial assumes you know how that works. So you sort of get slope glitch, jump. This isn't a tutorial, this is sort of like an analysis, but you get to the point. So you jump after getting slope glitch, you land here, you hold left. And then, although we don't see Sonic while zipping, I sort of do an early jump, sort of like from feel. I can sort of like almost tell when I have to jump just from muscle memory. So I jump early despite not seeing Sonic, and then I face right and use the fire shield to bank here. And then as soon as I land, I jump and use the fire shield again. You can also walk up to the slope, push against it, and then release everything, and then jump on the slope to get on it as well. But personally, I do it this way. I land on the slope, and then once I clip in, I start piano rolling. And then I do another somewhat early jump, though not as early as the first one, and then you wanna start holding right, and you will see this massive piece of land. So once it goes off screen, you wanna start piano rolling. And then once you land here, you jump, use the fire shield again. And now, you wanna zip all the way here to this specific position. Then do a spin dash and start holding left while piano rolling. To get Tails to not hit the boss at all. Or to hit the boss as least as possible. As little times as possible. So once the boss goes up, you zip to the right, then you get hit by the boss and start piano rolling until the boss just gets beaten. So you get on this position, hold down so Tails doesn't do anything weird, and then release down before you jump and hit the capsule quickly. And then you do Tails assist and grab onto Tails. And that right there is Act 1 of Marble Garden. And we just skipped Act 2 as well. So that's nice. So we essentially start off Carnival Night by sort of jumping off Tails and then doing a drop dash and slowing down. So we do a drop dash, we slow down, we do a tail out here, we hold right, and then once we land here, we do a 6-step jump and use the fire shield. And if we do the beginning at about the same speed every time, with less than a third of a second of difference, or less than half a second that isn't that tight, then we can do a fire dash here, then jump and do another fire dash and make it in between those two bumpers here. Then jump in the middle of this teleporter, and then once you're somewhere around here, after taking the rings, just tap left, don't hold left, just tap it, and you'll get on this wheel usually. So jump off the wheel, make it up here, do a 6-step, jump, fire dash, roll, jump off this ramp. Make sure to not go too fast. So if you go at about the right speed, you will not bump against that wall above Sonic. So you'll be able to sort of like land here and jump off this loop with full running speed. And then you'll be able to make it up here. Though there's other ways to make it up here, such as using Tails or doing a spin dash on the slope before jumping off it as a backup, or using the fire shield too, to get enough momentum to jump off that slope and make it up. So anyway, you make it up here, do a 6-step jump, use the fire dash, then roll and hold right. Then once this door to Sonic's left is about halfway down, you can do a full jump, and then if you do it right, then you can essentially avoid landing again on the same platform, but instead down here, which does save a little bit of time, as far as I'm aware. So you hold down on this position, you do a spin dash jump after the boss's spinner. So you see that spinner at the bottom of the boss, you want it to hit the ceiling before you release the spin dash and jump. And then you wanna hit the boss every time it becomes invincible again to its own spinner. And hopefully the boss goes like that and you beat it. Though, worst case scenario, if you know how to do the boss, usually you only lose 5 seconds at most. You can essentially manipulate the spinner with the camera. If you scroll the camera upwards, the spinner can't go too far down, and therefore you can sort of manipulate the spinner's position as you please, essentially. Same if you scroll it down, the spinner can't go too high upwards. So you hold down after beating the boss, and that makes the signpost spawn a little bit closer to the ground. So you hold all the jump buttons, obviously as always after beating each act. So you restart checkpoint again. This isn't necessary, but if you want consistent bumper cycles on this upcoming stage, which is Carnival Night 2, I would suggest that you do this. Then you charge a peel out, hold right, And once you hear the third or the fourth teleporter here, you wanna jump. Then make it here, roll, roll, slow yourself down, bounce on this bubble shield monitor, and then jump and hopefully pop the balloons. So if you don't pop the balloons, there's this barrel at the bottom that can help as a backup. So you make it up, you bounce here to make it up here, you bounce on this barrel to make it go further down so that you can start holding up sooner and then get enough of a boost to jump off the barrel and make it up here. So if you get close to this little shell here and get hit by it after one of its projectiles goes off Sonic due to the bubble shield, then you can essentially position yourself. You see those two triangles on the background here? So you wanna be either in between those two triangles or leaning more towards the left one. And then you wanna start holding up as soon as possible. And once the projectile is about to hit Sonic, you wanna release up to avoid a soft lock. And then you hold left. And there you go. So you just go here. You make it down here. Taking the barrel isn't recommended if you don't have the bubble shield. The barrel that is on the top of the screen right now, you don't want to take it if you don't have the bubble shield usually. Because it is faster to just go down here using the fence. And you also can't make it appear that easily if you don't have the bubble shield and the barrel isn't in a good position, the one that we are gonna clip through. So if you don't go down using the fence, then the barrel is gonna be in a bad position, and that is going to make it ridiculously hard to do this upcoming clip first try. Unless you have the bubble shield, in which case you can do it first try a little faster due to not resetting this barrel that you clipped through for partner clip here. So you do tilt assist, and once the barrel is on the bottom left, you wanna start holding up. Once it is on the bottom left and starts moving right. And once the screen is fully scrolled up, you wanna grab onto tails as soon as possible. And then you wanna essentially release up and then make it inside the barrel while facing left. Then do 2 spin dashes once you're inside the wall without tapping anything else. Just 2 spin dashes and you'll make it down here, and now you can start holding left to make it down here, and you can do a 6 tap. And jump here, get on this barrel, jump, get to these monitors, and then you wanna do a 1 tap, and once the bumpers allow you to go under them, you go under them, and hopefully you can go under 2 of them in a row. So you jump here, then make it up here, get on this barrel, and then once it goes right, as soon as it tilts just slightly to the right, you basically jump off that barrel. Then you do a peel out or a 6 tap and make it down here. Jump on this roof in order to be able to hold right and then retain more momentum than if you didn't jump on the roof. Essentially, there's no reason to not go for this, since it isn't risky and it also saves a little bit of time. So you jump on the roof to be on a running state to retain your momentum, since rolling on flat land makes you lose a little bit of momentum, and then you jump, you bump against the ceiling and then release all jump buttons and all directions as well, and you should be able to pop both of these monitors at once. And after doing so, charge a drop dash and hold right, and you can jump once you get on these teleporters. I don't know if it is lower, but anyway, you make it appear. And then, just before reaching the switch, you wanna jump and then skip the cutscene. If you don't jump before getting to the switch, you will soft lock. So avoid that if you're doing partner clip here. So you can make it all the way up here and then pound the boss with the insta shield. Just like so. So now you hit the capsule and now we are on to Ice Cap, essentially. And you wanna start holding right as soon as you bang against that wall, and then you wanna piano roll. Then get a drop dash in, and be careful, if you accidentally break this pillar with the drop dash, don't press any of the jump buttons or it will result in getting crushed. So, spin dash, break the pillar, then get on this, jump off this, then do a drop dash, hold down to break this pillar, hopefully. And then do a drop dash, break this ice thing, then hit the switch, you know, do a peel out roll. Then get on this thing, and you wanna pass essentially the frame we are looking for. So you will see this thing here, this little shard on the background. The stream is so low quality that you will probably not see it that well, but there's this thing on the background, right below the first set of spikes above Sonic, from right to left. There's this thing, this blue thing on the background, that Sonic's nose is under, and you wanna use that as a visual cue, and then start holding right and down pause to get slope glitch. So you jump off the slope and then start holding left, and Sonic will go up 3 times, and then after going up for the 3rd time, you wanna start holding down, and once you see these rings on the middle of the screen, you wanna start holding left. And if you grabbed the checkpoint, you wanna start jumping. Once you see the spit in the middle, you wanna start jumping frantically. If you grabbed the checkpoint. If you didn't grab the checkpoint, you can instead do a death warp, because grabbing the checkpoint doesn't let you do that. So otherwise, if you didn't grab it, you can just hold left and get a death warp to make it to the boss. So we do the same thing we did to the Hydro Tubas to beat this one. And there it is. That is Ice Cap 1. So we make sure to be standing on this monitor. And then we wanna be in a specific position. Then do a peel out and hold right. And then we run here, we bounce off the lightning shield monitor, make it up here. Then you can, there's some rings at the bottom of the screen, and you can sort of use the moment they are about to go off screen as a cue to jump here and make it all the way up here. Sometimes you need to use the lightning shield as well to make it up here, if you don't gain enough height. So once you make it up here, you do a 6-step roll. Then I would suggest doing a loop jump here and then rolling in order to hopefully make it all the way up here. Then you hit the spring, roll, jump, use the lightning shield. Be careful with those penguins because we almost lost the lightning shield there. Then we make it up here, do a 6-step. Another optional loop jump. Then we roll, make it up, hit the spring, do a 6-step, break these things. Then after you get rid of the first penguin, you wanna jump. Then roll here. Another optional loop jump, but this time while running in order to not get stopped here. And then once you're on the slope, you can jump, then do another full jump, and then a lightning shield jump. To skip both of those pillars there. And now we can bounce off the bus by getting right next to it, jumping, then holding down, and once Sonic starts going down after jumping, you wanna start holding right as well. You wanna hold down so Tails doesn't grab you. If you hold down, Tails cannot grab you at all. Hence why we do that. So once Sonic starts going down, we hold right and we bounce on the bus. So you hit the capsule. Do the same thing with the menuing to exit Act 2 and go to launch base. Just to save a little bit of time. Then jump here as soon as you're on this flat piece of ground instead of on the slope. Jump, do a drop dash, do another drop dash, you know, do 4 drop dashes. And make sure that once you make it past this point, you're only at full running speed. Not any faster than that. You don't wanna go too fast, so you just wanna be holding right and then do a full jump and make sure to not bunk. And to be able to bunk against the ceiling of this thing but not get slowed down. So you wanna land like this. And you should be able to sort of like come out of the elevator instantly. And that is crucial to a glitch that we would be doing. So essentially, once Sonic is visible on the elevator, you don't have to pause buffer it. But once you can see the elevator again, that is a good cue for this jump. So you wanna jump as soon as possible. And you wanna get a frame perfect jump off this elevator in order to get slope glitch. This only works in air, not in OG. Not in OG Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It works, but in a different way, so the frame perfect jump doesn't work. So you get rid of that spike ball because it is annoying. Then you get Tails, and as soon as the Crusher is sort of like in the middle, not as low as it can be, but also not as high as it can be. And if the Crusher is going up, that is a good cue for when to use Tails Assist. You don't need to take this measure, but I take it anyway. And now you wanna jump at an uneven number. You know, 27, 29, 31, 33. You get the idea. It has to be an uneven number. And you have to be all the way up here, about here or a little higher. And once you get to an uneven number, you jump with a full jump. And then hold left, and once you get on the slope, you wanna switch to right. And once Sonic starts going down, you wanna slow down in order to stop going down. And now you wanna just sort of like sort of control your momentum until you make it past that purple circle. So you see this purple circle on the middle of the screen right now. You want it to be off screen before you start holding left until the screen starts going up, and then you release left. And hopefully you either make it up here or you make it further up, and then there's a bridge and you wanna avoid touching it and make it above the bridge and then break the thing that is keeping you from making it down here, if it makes any sense. And there it is, you made it to the boss. So you wanna beat the boss. You know, one of the many bosses. You don't wanna beat both just yet, just one of them. And now you've beaten Act 1. So you wanna wait until the boss's little spike is at the top and starts moving left before skipping the bonus here. Or if you got a 10,000 time bonus, you wanna delay the fight a little bit before beating the first mini boss, so that you can essentially have the score at 0 as the boss's spike is moving towards the left and is at the top, as previously mentioned. So you wait until about a second and a half, and then you jump and beat the boss. Then we don't have to do this, but for the sake of swag, we essentially land on the peacock like that. And if I had jumped a little later, then the thing would have sort of like started moving really fast, and that is the peacock. Essentially, we call it the peacock in the community. It is an inside joke, I guess, so... You beat the act, exit launch base through the menu, because otherwise you're stuck. And now you've gone all the way to Mushroom Hill. So start off by doing a piano roll, and then do a drop dash of that mushroom. Then hold the cutscene button, the fast forward button. And then hold one of the jump buttons as well while not holding anything else. Just the fast forward thing and one of the jump buttons. And that will get you an instant spin dash there. So then you spin dash again, jump, hit the spring, jump off this thing, then position yourself here. You can also get rid of this enemy earlier instead of having to position yourself tightly here. But then you do a peel out, then roll if the enemy is still there. Otherwise you don't have to roll. But anyway, to land here, jump, do a drop dash. It doesn't always prevent soft pixels, but it usually prevents soft pixels. So you make it up here, you bounce off the species monitor like this and avoid hitting this little ceiling here. And then you do a drop dash. You don't have to do a drop dash, but I still do it. And then you wanna hit this spring. There's a way to skip the spring, but I'm bad at doing that, so I don't skip the spring. So I do a full jump, hit this enemy, hit this ring monitor. You can also instead sort of like land on the left of these spikes and then, you know, hit this first enemy while holding right the whole way through, and then bounce on this monitor anyway and do the rest as usual. But anyway, you hold right, jump off the slope, be careful with that enemy, then jump off this thing and hopefully you'll make it up, but unfortunately we bunked against this one instead of making it up. So we take this ring as a backup. Then jump, land there, jump. Essentially, you wanna jump as soon as you get all the rings here, and then hold right to land there, and then there, hopefully. And then you copy this platforming sort of, do a 6-step, bounce off that enemy, and sort of like get rid of that enemy, but in this case we are bouncing off that enemy and then doing a drop dash. So you can also land here and do a 6-step. Unfortunately, we accidentally released the drop dash, so yeah, we are going to do it with a 6-step. So if we had done it with a drop dash, you could have jumped off this slope in order to gain the extra height you need to make it up here. But if you do it with a 6-step, you don't have to worry about the jump. So you hit the spring while just running, and usually that makes sure you retain your momentum and then land on that mushroom and then here without getting stopped. So you jump once you get to that ring and then use a drop dash. Then you use the insta-shield to hit the boss, make it all the way to the right. Keep hitting the boss with the insta-shield. And that is Act 1. So do a peel out and then hold the fast forward thing. Then land here and hold right. And then jump here. Hit the spring, roll, spin dash to hit that spring. And then jump off that slope and do a drop dash while holding right to grab this thing, and that will get you all the way up here. So you roll, jump off this slope, hold right, and then you jump here. And then here, once you see Sonic starting to go down this vine, you jump. And hopefully that will get you up here. You jump off this slope, not immediately, but a little bit after. You're sort of like here. And then you hit the spring, you slow down while in midair, and then, you know, do a drop dash here. Then, you know, we are doing some platforming here with loop jumps and everything. And now we jump off this loop. We jump on these two mushrooms and make it up here. And then we go all the way up here, hit the spring. Then do a drop dash. And now, you shouldn't do the boss this way. I don't recommend it, but this is the way I feel the most comfortable doing it. So, I roll, and once I'm almost aligned to the left edge of the boss, I use the insta-shield. And that gets me the six hits for the boss. So, you know, you just do this as usual, do the same thing as usual with exiting the act. So now, for the beginning of Act 1, you wanna do a 1-tap and then roll immediately after. And then start holding right at about here. And there it is. So you face left, do a 6-step. Push against this wall and keep holding left. Get hit. And the way we are doing it is we do a full jump and then we drop dash while facing right. Somewhere around this position, and then once we bump against this wall, we jump. But unfortunately, we messed up twice. So it ended up costing us over half a minute. So, yeah, that is not cool at all. So now we got the clip. And now hold right, roll, and once you are aligned with that blue mouse or slightly past it, the 1 to Sonic's left, you wanna be slightly past that blue mouse before switching to left. And that should allow you to get to this checkpoint, and then you restart checkpoint. Then do pulse assist here, make it all the way here, and then once Tails is as low as he can be, release up and jump. And that should get you the partner clip. So you make it up here, do a peel out to make it up here. Do this somewhat quickly in order to make sure that you make the cycle, you know. So now we land here, do a peel out, then release the peel out and hold right. And that should get us to push these spikes quickly. And then we charge another peel out and we don't immediately release it, but we wait a little and then release it. Then we jump here, then jump here. The reason for delaying the peel out earlier is that this is cycle based, and if we had done it too early, we could have missed the cycle due to being too early for these little orange things. So, yeah. So you make the bus hit itself 6 times, this is self-explanatory. And then you stand on the right edge of the bus's spring before it hits itself for a 6th time. And that should allow you to land here and then get slope glitch once the bus disappears. So you do a 1-tap, jump, use Tails assist here, bring Tails down after jumping by holding down, and then do Tails assist again while being careful with the springs. And then once you make it up here, the way I do it is, I essentially do a jump, then I face left, I just tap left ever so slightly while in midair to face left. Then I do a drop dash and then jump. And if I get to the right jump height, usually I clip in. So now, make sure to not go too fast or too slow here. And that should get you through, which is what happened here. So you just wait here for the platform to go up. And now you charge a spin dash here until the bus gets hit 3 times, and you can either jump or get hit here. And then, you know, grab the rings for safety. Then wait for the bus. You wanna wait for the bus to move 10 times in total, so the bus moves 1 time slowly and then 9 times quickly. So once the bus moves 9 times quickly, you wanna bounce on it. So 1, 2, 3, spin dash 1, 2, and that is it. That is blank battery 2 right there. You hit the capsule and exit Act 2. You start off by holding right and making it out of the sand quickly. You make it up, do a spin dash here. And you can save a cycle if you do all of this quickly and make it above the cylinder early enough, but it can crush you, so I don't go for that. Since I'm bad at saving the cycle even after making it above the cylinder safely. When trying to get early cycle, so I wait, do a peel out, and then once the cylinder is far enough downwards, about halfway down, you wanna jump. And then you can jump here, though you can also hold right the whole way through. Or you can also do a drop dash after jumping above the cylinder and hold right. Any of those three options work, but in this case we jumped. Then we do a drop dash, jump, do a 6-step land here, do a peel out, and then jump. And unfortunately we didn't make it up to the platform on the right, and we took a million years to do what we were supposed to do. So we weren't able to make the cycle here, and we lost the second cycle for that reason. So we make it here, do a 6-step, or hit the red spring to Sonic's left instead of doing a 6-step. Jump off this slope, make it up here, do a drop dash, jump off this slope, jump, do a 1-tap, and once the platform is aligned to the third ring, you can release the spin dash and then jump. Then spin dash jump off that wall, make it up here, do a 6-step and slow yourself down a little bit to hit that wall, then hit this, jump, make it up here, and if you don't make it up there, you can use Tails Assist to make it up here instead, if the jump doesn't work. So, do all of this, and if you do this quickly enough, you can save that cycle, but unfortunately we got a bad angle after jumping, so instead we bunked against the cylinder instead of making it above the cylinder. So we missed half a cycle there because of that, which is unfortunate. So we do the rest of the stage like this. We jump and we sort of like try to not hit the wall and make it to the right without hitting the spikes, but we failed. But thankfully, since we are not trying to save half a cycle here, it doesn't matter too much, so just make it up here. We thankfully had one ring to maintain, so we can do the quick kill by taking a damage boost and then jumping and using the insta-shield while in the middle of the boss, sort of leaning towards the right side of the boss's hitbox, which is on this circle right here. And when the boss stands up, this little circle that the boss gets in after being hit is essentially its hitbox. So you wanna be on the right side of that for the quick kill. And unfortunately the boss decides to face right, so we wait a little bit for the boss to face left, so we can do the second hit like this with another damage boost, and we should have done a drop dash after using the insta-shield again while facing right, so that the screen wasn't in this position, because then, because of the position the screen was in, the thing post landed here, and a fire shield monitor spawned, which was a bad decision on my behalf. So don't make that decision in order to not lose time, but that is Act 1. So now we are on to Act 2. So you do all of this. This stage is cycle based, so it is in your best interest to not be super fast, like as fast as humanly possible, but you wanna be fast and to not make major mistakes if you wanna save the cycles. Though if you miss cycles, then it is nothing to worry about, as it is like 6 seconds or something per cycle, and the whole cycles are like 3 or 4. we push the switch, do a fast spin dash to get up here, and then we do a full jump, and then bang against this wall to hopefully clip in. And I don't know what happened, but I didn't clip in. So I had to do what I'm doing right now as a backup. I think I did the full jump from a bad position, so I didn't clip in due to that. So we were supposed to make it down here if we had clipped in. So you do a spin dash, slow yourself down a little bit to not go too far right, and to be able to align yourself with that wall so you don't fall through. And then quickly make it up here, then spin dash to get rid of that scorpion. Then if you're not doing loop clip, you wanna make it up here with the lightning shield. Then slow yourself down a little bit, push the switch, do Tails assist. Tails is gonna be extremely useful in saving time here if you're not doing loop clip, because you can use Tails to make it all the way up. And if you wanna make Tails land, you can hold down so that Tails goes down and lands. So we sort of manipulate Tails as we please to do what we want Tails to do. We make it up here, push the switch here, go up. Then we make it up here. We essentially use we use a full jump and then a lightning shield jump. And if this thing is as slow as it can be, and we land on it, we can make it up here, then make it up here. Push the switch. Be careful with this cycle if it is going down so that you don't get crushed, but in this case it was going up. So we spin dash jump, get rid of that scorpion, hold right. And if you're running as you're falling, you will usually make it here. Then make it up here, be careful with those spikes and with the scorpion. Make it down here. Be careful with those spikes, make it down here. You know, just make it up. Use the lightning shield to make it easier to go up here. Though if you don't have the lightning shield, you can fall down, then face left, do a peel out roll, and as you're in midair, you can hold right, and usually you will make it up instead if you don't have the lightning shield. So we push the switch. Push this other switch, then get hit by the boss to lose the lightning shield, then get on top of this thing, use the insta shield. Then the way I do it is how TNT does it. TNT is another runner, another Sonic runner. So essentially you hit the boss with the insta shield, hit the boss 3 more times, get hit, and you'll usually land here again, and you'll be able to do the same thing again, getting the remaining hits that way. So we hit the capsule, and we are on to Labyrinth 1. So we go left, roll, hold right, roll, then do these spin dashes here. Hit the switch, do a fast spin dash and hold right, and as soon as you land here, jump. Use the insta shield to get rid of this enemy, and climb up these stairs. And if you make sure to not have too much momentum, you can usually climb 3 stairs at a time. Like that. And if you position yourself to be sort of like not inside this pillar to Sonic's right, if you position Sonic's 2 to not be inside the pillar, but also with no space in between the pillar and Sonic, you can do a peel out. Hold down and right. And clip in. Then get these monitors, break this thing. Piano roll or spin dashing to make this thing go down. Copy this movement, do a one tap here, jump off this thing with a full jump and use the fire shield to land here, and then do a 6-step, jump here. Hit the switch. Now, if you land on this third stair, and then you hold right as you run it, and then do a full jump and a fire dash, and to land on this, you usually make it here. So you wanna spin dash and avoid having tails on it, and then after a little while, essentially once the bottom of the elevator is sort of like aligned with the top of the enemy to Sonic's left, you wanna start holding left in order to slow the elevator down, and hopefully that should get the elevator in position for the 2 quick 6 steps to clip in. And if you don't want to do the second 6 step, you can also do a peel out instead and still clip in. So you make it down here, do a 6 step, jump once you're under that little spike wall, and then hold right and do a full jump. And we didn't get the height we wanted, so instead we had to take the spring. We make it up here, hit this, go all the way here. We wait for Tails to go down. And then we essentially do Tails assist and hold up in this position to clip Sonic inside the lava, and then release up as soon as Sonic is halfway through the lava, so that Tails essentially gets crushed. And we can hold right and then use the fire shield here, and then face left, jump and use the fire shield again. Now you can play it safe with these spike balls here, and if they are not in a good position, and that is exactly what we do here. Sort of. So we do a full jump about here, do a fire dash. If we don't get enough momentum to land there without doing the fire dash, then jump, do another fire dash, then we will get grabbed by this fuck usually. So we do a spin dash, jump, use the fire dash, land here, jump, use the fire dash again, roll, do a 6 step, jump, roll, jump, use the fire dash to break through these things. And to make it through here, then hit the spring, and then hold left for a little bit, and then switch to right to hopefully make it all the way right, and then skip these enemies without getting hit by them. Though if you get hit by them, then that's okay, cause you wanna lose the fire shield anyway. But anyway, you do a 6 step or a peel out here to get hit by these spikes. If you haven't lost the fire shield already, you can do a slower spin dash instead to not hit the spikes if you don't have the fire shield anymore. But you essentially go down here, hit that switch and make it down here. And now you do a spin dash and then release it as soon as you hit the boss for the 4th time, and then get the remaining hits with the insta shield. Then make it here, do the other 4 hits with the insta shield. And the way I do it, I wait for the boss to move up 5 times and also down 5 times. So I wait for the boss to move 10 times in total, up and down. And then I release the spin dash. And then I quickly face towards the direction where the boss is. And then I do 3 spin dashes back to back. 1, 2, 3. And there it is. That is the boss. Usually people bounce on the second phase of that boss with a world time jump after the boss stops. You know, the boss stops after moving 10 times. Yet again, you can also bounce on the boss instead. But yeah. So now by taking Knuckles' route, we kept the lava we collect then. We kept the lava we collect through using tails. We kept said lava spawned, so we prevented it from despawning by doing that, and therefore that confuses the game. Let's just grab this checkpoint and then skip Act 2. So we redo the bosses the same way. And well, there it is. So now we go to Hidden Palace here. Do a 6-step, jump on that roof, then do a drop dash here, hold right, do a spin dash, hit that spring, and then slow ourselves down a little bit on mid-air, so that we can just hit this spring. Then make it up here, do a spin dash, then do a drop dash here, and now we wanna hit Knuckles from Knuckles' right side. You wanna hit the right side of Knuckles' hitbox to knock Knuckles back like this, and he will start spin dashing. So each time Knuckles is in this animation, this specific part of the spin dashing animation, you wanna do a jump and hit Knuckles like this. And there it is. So we make it appear, and then we skip the cutscene. And once Knuckles is either about to go off screen or already off screen, we release the fast forward button and do a spin dash. And then jump. Then a swag strat that you can do is to do a pull out, and then immediately after charging the pull out, you can do the fast forward thing and get launched all the way here. And then you do tails assist, make it here, do a drop dash, get this lightning shield here, and make it up. You can make it up using the clouds, or by YOLOing it with the lightning shield, though I would suggest that you do it using the clouds as it is easier and more consistent. And then do tails assist here. Tails took too long to make it there, so we missed a cycle, essentially. So we make it up here. Use tails assist again, and since we couldn't make the cycle, we had to quickly land on this platform, use tails assist, and then rank tails down here, and then use tails assist again. Then we jump, use the lightning shield, hold right the whole way through, and then do a full jump off the right edge of this platform and use the lightning shield to make it up here. Though otherwise, you can use the teleporter, which is a little slower but also safer. And do a pull out, release it, you will make it here usually. And then now go a little bit to the left to hopefully get hit by the spring and be able to make it here. And you just climb up here. You can also do a jump on top of the little thing that has the spring by doing a spin dash, a jump, and a full jump, but that is kind of risky and hard to do. So just make it up here, get hit by the boss, and then pawn it using the Insta Shield, as always. And there you go, that is Sky Sanctuary. We make it onto that egg. So we do this quickly to not get stopped by the little laser that spawns here, but also not too quickly, because if you do it too quickly, you can actually accidentally hit this little wall here. Though usually that is if you spam jump at the beginning of the level, and then you get a jump in, because you can do that at the very beginning of the level. If you spam jump, then while the cutscene is playing where Sonic and Tails run, you can actually get a jump in and save a decent bit of time, actually. But in this case, we didn't do that, so we don't have to worry about hitting this little laser wall. And then after grabbing all the ring, then do a full jump and hit this enemy. And once you are off this thing, then once you're here, roll, grab the lightning field, do a high jump, and then a drop dash. Then do a full jump, go up here, do a 6-tap, hit this enemy. If you want, you can essentially not land on the little laser floor and instead jump over it for safety measures, and also to not have to jump quickly to hit the enemy, because if you don't do that jump after landing on the laser floor, you can lose the lightning shield. But anyway, you land here. You basically wanna jump twice after landing on this thing to get Sonic to start moving right. And then you wanna do a peel out, roll, hold right, jump. Do a peel out, roll, slow yourself down a little bit, and then jump over the spike, go up. To play it a little safe, you can wait until these platforms start going up before doing a full jump and a lightning shield jump to make it up there safely, usually. Then hit these things, and once you hit the second thing, you wanna tap down slightly to hit the third, and then go up, hit the spring, and then once you hit it, hold down, then up, then down, then hit the last thing, and then make it up here. If you get stopped, you can briefly release right until Sonic is off the wall and then go back to holding right. And now you can roll. Go up here. Go up here. Do a 6-step. Jump. Do a 6-step jump on that roof. Now do Tails assist and bounce on the boss. Like this. And you can do a swag strat here, or you do a spin dash. Otherwise, if you don't want to do a spin dash, you can bounce on the boss as well. But here we spin dash on the boss, and then we get the last few hits in quickly, while making sure to always have at least one ring. And that is Act 1 right there. So we go to Act 2, we do a peel out, hold right. Then, you know, do all of this. You know, sort of like copy what is being done here. Then do a 6-step once you get there while facing left. in order to be able to make it here quickly, then face right, doing one tap quickly, then another one tap while facing left, in order to make it under those things as they are falling. Then do a 6-tap jump here. Then do a 6-tap jump here in order to both slow yourself down and, well, in order to just slow yourself down and then land there. So you land there, do a full jump, a lightning kill jump. Jump once you see the little thing that was going down go off screen. Land on the thing, do a 6-tap, get on the thing. You know, just to do all of this while making sure to not lose the lightning kill, or you will lose time and have to play it safer to not die. So you just cleanly make it through. Go up here, do a 6-tap, grab the checkpoint and then restart checkpoint. Then there's multiple ways to do the excuse step. But the way I do it is a way that a runner by the name of Elite taught me, which is to go here, do Kills Assist, do a grab dash, and then hold up. And then once the screen is fully scrolled up, jump, grab Tails, and then go up, not immediately after, but almost immediately after grabbing Tails. And that should clip you in, so do a spin dash after landing for extra measure to not die, and then hold left. Then go here. You know, do all of this. And now we are approaching the end of the run. So we wanna cheat this boss here by doing a spin dash and then jumping after hitting the little things while the gravity is upside down. And then you wanna bump against these walls and then face the opposite direction, repeat the same step over and over and cheat the boss. This is a way to do the boss optimally and just kind of like make this boss easy. It is an inside joke to call this boss Owo Bowl because the sounds it makes sound like Owo sounds. So yeah, that's cool. So you beat the boss. And now, oh, thanks for the GL Gaming Speedrun BR. It is kind of like not meant to be like a beginner tutorial, but it is meant to be like an analysis for people who already have like the stuff down. If someone has the knowledge down, then this is a run to follow, sort of. For sub 36 without FPR, essentially. So you enter the final boss room, do a 6-step, then position yourself around this third line, to the left of this third line, not past it, or you won't be able to hit all the fingers that the boss has. So you do a spin dash to hit the boss like this. Do more spin dashes here to just hit the boss like this. And we got a 3 cycle thankfully. So we wanna go all the way to the right and get Tails to be aligned with us. And then we wanna quickly hit the boss like this and get Tails to sort of like hit the boss in sync with Sonic. So when Tails gets a hit, you want Sonic to get the next one, and so on and so forth, until you get all the hits. But unfortunately, we didn't get the 1 cycle, but that's okay because we just have 1 hit left, and then we just do that. We go all the way to the right, face left, do a peel out, roll. Once we make it to the right, again, we do a spin dash jump the bus, and usually it also hits the bus too. So get 2 other hits here. Then you can get a lucky hit in with tails if you do it right. And then there's the last hit. And the run clocked in at 35:58, despite losing over 30 seconds and flying battery 1. Without getting SPR once, without using risky barrel clip once, and without doing loop clip. So yeah, this is kind of meant to prove that you can get sub 40 by a lot. This is sort of meant to prove that you can get sub 40 by a lot without risky strats. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll sort of see if I can go raid someone real quick. So yeah, thanks for the GG's Gaming Speedrun BR. We are gonna go raid someone here. Who should we raid? There's Joey doing Sonic 2. There's Arjek doing Sonic Origins. Do you have any suggestions as for who to raid? Because we do have options here. Well, we will go with Arjek then. Slash raid Arjek. And yeah, see you all. So it was fun commentating this run. You know, it was kind of a oh, Joey though? Okay, so slash raid Joey baby. Okay, so there it is. We are gonna go raid Joey. So yeah, see you all. Thanks Gaming Speedrun BR. I hope you have a good one too.